Oh yes, breathe in that fresh, not smoky Spokane air.
How did it already fall? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Sorry about not posting last week. My my work schedule changed up on me because school started this week, and well, that was just a whole bunch of stuff. And anyways, this week we're going to be reinstalling my exhaust manifold because remember a couple weeks back, actually more like a month back now. Man, time flies. More like a month back. I got the exhaust manifold ceramic coated. It was like a cool, like glacier color, right? But the coat started to peel on me eventually. So last week I took it back to the guy. We recoated it in a different color that always works, that has at least always worked for him. And so today we're reinstalling it freshly Cerakoted. And yeah, let's jump right into this.
Here is the freshly ceramic coated exhaust manifold. This manifold has been through quite the journey. I bought it used off a guy on DSM Tuners, then I cleaned it up myself, then I got it ceramic coated, and now it is ceramic coated for the second time. We're going to be reinstalling it. Don't mind my impromptu engine protection devices. Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed by that. Yeah, for those of you that have not seen my Eclipse, because I don't think I showed it in the last couple videos, this is my Eclipse. It's a 99 Eclipse GST, front wheel drive, 5-speed manual. I love this thing. And we do have the Carbonetics headlight cowl now, so I'll be able to install that probably next week, because I want to have content for every single week. Don't want to do everything in one day. But yes, this is what we're going to be installing today. I just picked up some new bolts from Ace Hardware. We're going to cut those to size and then throw them on and start up the car.
But first, a word from our sponsor for today. Dude, I've told you before, we don't really have sponsors. But remember a couple weeks back when I bought a new valve cover because I thought I needed a new one, but then I put it on and I realized I didn't. So I realized that I wasted 250 bucks for nothing. And I swore in my wrath that I would have revenge on that valve cover. Well, now I actually can. This, my friends, is a 10mm Rock Island 1911, and I just got it. It's my first gun, my first firearm. I've always loved the 1911 style, but this is what we're going to be used as the weapon of choice against that old, oily, scratched up valve cover. I can't wait. I hear 10mm has some wicked recoil. I can't wait. I've shot a lot of guns. My dad was in the military, and anyways, I can't wait to use this. So yeah, back to you, Alan. Why, thank you, Alan. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting on this exhaust manifold.
This one's not as easy. Okay, so the first time I did this, I broke this stud and this stud. I broke two studs, and I think what happened was basically I bolted the manifold to the turbo first. So when I was finally like bolting it down to these, it had the force of the turbo kind of pulling it back. It just had too much going on and it broke the studs. So last time I installed this, we didn't break any studs, and it's because I bolted it to these first and then to the turbo. So that's what we're gonna go with this time. If you guys are installing an exhaust manifold, install the manifold to the head first and then to the turbo or exhaust manifold if you're not turboed, or whatever setup you have. Carrying on.
I said this in my very first YouTube video ever, and I will say it again. Keep everything in baggies. It makes everything so much easier. But I should probably change out of my clothes, to be honest. So there we go. I don't really care if this shirt gets dirty because it's kind of already got oil stains on it already. So yeah, let's get going. Torque wrench for exact specification. Okay, I kind of lied. I'm going to check the torque on the outer bolts, find out exactly what 21, 22 foot-pounds feels like,
and then I'm gonna kind of go by feel on the rest of them. That's what I did last time and it worked, so it'll work this time? Maybe. Yeah. And there we go, the manifold is bolted to the head. No studs broken, thank goodness.
I think I've got like a form of PTSD from replacing those studs because it was such a painful process last time that I'm so afraid of breaking another stud. But before we continue, I would ask that you guys like this video and subscribe as well. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my dream project car is a Lamborghini Murcielago with a 6-speed gated manual. Like I want to, in a few years, be bolting on a new exhaust manifold onto a Mercy, you know? And I want to show you guys how to do that because I don't think there's a whole lot of videos out there of a guy kind of screwing with a Lambo and seeing what he can do to it. Because you see tons of like Hondas and Eclipses and Subarus and all sorts of stuff being messed with, but like something like that, that's, I don't know, I think that'd be really cool. And it has the most beautiful V12 sound on the planet, like bar none. But yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, even just to be along for the ride. Like I would really appreciate it. But enough begging on my part. I'll get back to bolting to the turbo.
So all that's left now, we just have to bolt this to the actual turbo. Now the bolts that I used last time, they're still okay. One of them decided to round out a little bit when I took this off last time. So we're gonna be replacing one. We gotta cut it a little bit shorter, put some anti-seize on it, the copper stuff, not the aluminum stuff, and we're gonna throw it back on and start up the car and see if there's any leaks, which I sure hope there aren't, but there shouldn't be. So this is the old guy next to the new one. As you can see, this one rounded out a little bit when I took the manifold off. So we're gonna cut this new shiny one to size, put some anti-seize and throw it on. Well, that took forever, but time to torque it down. Okay, got everything on. The front two are torqued down. The rear two, got them as tight as I could. And that guy in the back decided to start to round out a little bit. But they're as tight as I can make them. And the fronts are torqued to spec. So it should be good.
But, just to be sure, let's go ahead and start it up.
I don't hear or feel any exhaust leaks or anything like that. I don't smell any exhaust either.
However, I do smell the wonderful smell of the ceramic coat being exposed to heat for the first time. But yeah, so if an exhaust leak occurs, it'll probably be later down the road while I'm driving it. So I don't know if it's completely solid yet. It should be, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for coming along. That's pretty much the end of this video. Like I said, if you enjoyed today's video, a like would be really appreciated. A subscription would be really appreciated as well, just to come along for the ride. And because I've got some plans for my Eclipse, and then I've got some plans for the Mazda, just right over there. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next week.